A very good afternoon and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your greatest support. Now, we are at 17,000 and now I hope and I know that by the end, before the end of the year, that is in the next 1 month that is coming, we'll be at 20,000. Something that is very much possible. The 3,000 that is remaining, najua, we'll cover it up very soon na tutafika 20,000. Now, thank you guys. God bless you. Asanteni sana. JBs, Power of Trinity, Elme 254. You guys, you are an amazing team. Caroline, March. Guys, you are so many, I can't mention all of you. Now, as we get into this discussion, I would like to start by asking this question. That do we really have leaders? Like in Kenya, do we really have people who can stand and defend their own country or defend their own people in hard times such as this? I'm asking this question because of the accusations that are ongoing in Tanzania by the Tanzanian police or the Tanzanian officers, that those who caused mayhem, those who caused chaos, and those who caused demonstrations in Tanzania, according to them, they are claiming that they are not Tanzanians, that they are people who have come outside Tanzania that are the ones that are causing chaos, demonstrations in Tanzania, and causing a lot of distractions. Now, I want us to listen to this officer speaking, and then I come back so that we can continue the discussion, because I want us to discuss what do we understand from the beginning. Listen to this.
Jeshi la polisi Tanzania limepata taarifa za watu ambao sio raia wa Tanzania kuwa wameingia nchini kwa njia zisizo rasmi kwa nia ya kufanya uhalifu ikiwepo vurugu. Watu hao wanajifanya kuwa wanafanya shughuli mbalimbali ikiwepo bodaboda. Taarifa zinasema watu hao wapo katika mikoa ya Arusha, Dar es Salaam, Mbeya, Mwanza, Songwe na mikoa mingineyo. Wakati jeshi la polisi linaendelea kuwafuatilia ili kuwachukulia hatua kali kwa mujibu wa sheria, mwananchi yoyote ambaye amempangisha au anaishi na raia yoyote wa kigeni asiyefahamika na anafanya shughuli gani na mienendo yake ni ya kutia mashaka, atoe taarifa haraka sana kwa viongozi wa serikali za mitaa, wakuu wa vituo vya polisi, wakuu wa polisi wa wilaya, makamanda wa polisi mikoa, au atoe taarifa kwa kupiga simu kupitia namba 0699998899. Asipotoa taarifa na watu hao wakikutwa nyumbani kwake au kwenye biashara yake, hatua kali za kisheria zitachukuliwa dhidi yake. Jeshi la polisi linaendelea kuhakikishia wananchi kuwa kwa kushirikiana na vyombo vingine vya ulinzi na usalama vinaendelea kuhakikisha taifa letu linaendelea kuwa salama na lenye amani.
Now, that is Tanzania officer. Is the one that is saying that they've done their research, and the claims are that the people that are demonstrating in Tanzania are not real Tanzanians. They are people that are coming outside Tanzania. But let's talk a little bit about this. Back in 2018 on 17th July, when Barack Obama was in South Africa, and that is Johannesburg, during the speech making of Nelson Mandela, there is a statement that he said. He was criticizing the authoritarian elections, where he said that the rigging of election is something that emphasizes the true. It does not emphasize the true democracy, and he was questioning how can you get 90% votes I want us to listen to Barack Obama. You know, this statement of Barack Obama is like he said it yesterday.
So we have to stop pretending that countries that just hold an election where sometimes the winner somehow magically gets 90% of the vote because all the opposition is locked up or can't get on TV is a democracy. Democracy depends on strong institutions, and it's about minority rights and checks and balances and freedom of speech and freedom of expression and a free press and the right to protest and petition the government and an independent judiciary and everybody having to follow the law. And yes, democracy can be messy and it can be slow and it can be frustrating. I know, I promise. But the efficiency that's offered by an autocrat, that's a false promise. Don't take that one, because it leads invariably to more consolidation of wealth at the top and power at the top. And it makes it easier to conceal corruption and abuse. For all its imperfections, real democracy best upholds the idea that government exists to serve the individual and not the other way around. And it is the only form of government that has the possibility of making that idea real.
Now, I want us to discuss that statement that came from the police officer or the military, the government official, because, you know, right now they're the government officials. They're really behind Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan. They want to impress her. They want to make her feel like, mama, wewe ndio tunakutambua, wewe ni kiongozi wetu sasa, na hakuna mtu yote ambaye anaweza kazungumza kinyume na yale mambo ambayo wewe mwenyewe unayataka ama matarajio yako kama kiongozi wetu wa Jamhuri ya Tanzania.
Mama ni rais wa nchi hii, sio kwa sababu mlipiga kura. Na sisi tumo. Tumo, na hii tumo. Lola ni nini?
To our fellow Kenyans that are in Tanzania, in fact, that is my focus. That is where I want to focus on. To our fellow Kenyans that are in Tanzania, please be safe. And if it's possible, if it is really possible right now, that you can find a way of laying low or maybe coming back to the country for some times, because I know that there are a lot of Kenyans who are doing businesses in Tanzania. But as from now, what is going to happen in Tanzania is so funny that these guys are going to start doing what is known as they are going to do maybe they might just decide now to do their door-to-door research. And if you are a Kenyan living in Tanzania, whether you are old, whether you are young, you'll be accounted. You'll be accused of causing chaos, because, you know, there is a statement that was made by Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan that Tanzanians, that is not the behavior of Tanzania. The Tanzanians are not fond of causing distractions. You know, Tanzanians cannot strike. Tanzanians cannot demonstrate. So the people that are demonstrating are not Tanzanians. They're people that have come outside. Now, if you try to look at this thing this way, in East Africa or in Africa at large, which country is known for the demonstration? Which country is known as the mother of demonstrators, like the country that produces very good demonstrators? Because, you know, a school can be known for producing very bright students. A family can be known for giving very disciplined people. You know, a church can be known for having good people. A country can be known for having a good government or governance, and a bad one. But now this one of ours is, as Kenya, is known for producing people who are good at demonstrating. That is why the name is being spoiled outside. I was looking at something and you know, listening to the statements being made here and there by different authorities in Tanzania, concerning the demonstrations, you know, the destructions of property and all that, even though Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan had been sworn in, but it's like, you know, this is not right. Imagine Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan is being sworn in. Our government is sending Kithure Kindiki to go and represent Kenya. And in fact, William Ruto congratulated Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan on her election, saying that it was a free and fair. Seriously. So you can say that this was a free and fair election. Yet people have died. You know, it is only that, I don't know, it is only that I can't put this clear video of how these people have been murdered. But I really, if there's a way that, it is only that no, we have to follow the guidelines. But suppose maybe there's a way that I could, we could play this video. This video that I'm blurring. Actually, you could have seen how people have been killed, how people have been murdered. Yani you are taking an oath with the bloods in your hands.
Uchaguzi ni fursa kwa wananchi kueleza matakwa yao ya aina ya viongozi wanaodhani wataweza kuwatumikia vyema na kuwaletea maendeleo endelevu. Kipindi cha kampeni tuligawika kiitikadi na kishabiki kama taifa. Ila baada ya uchaguzi kufanyika, anayechaguliwa na wengi huwa ndio chaguo la nchi na anapaswa kuwa mtumishi wa wananchi wote. Waliomchagua na waliochagua wagombea wengine na hata ambao hawakushiriki uchaguzi. Kwa sisi tuliochaguliwa, ahadi yetu kwenu wananchi ni kulitumikia taifa hili kwa nguvu zetu zote, vipawa vyetu vyote na maarifa yetu yote. Ndugu zangu wa Tanzania, ni vyema tutambue kwa uchaguzi mkuu wa viongozi wa serikali ni mchakato wa msimu mmoja tu ndani ya kipindi cha miaka mitano. Muda mwingine wote maisha lazima yaendelee. Hivyo basi jukumu letu sote kwa pamoja ni kujenga nchi yetu na kuifanya kesho yetu iwe bora zaidi kuliko jana yetu. Niwasihi tuendelee kuilinda itikadi yetu ya umoja na mshikamano. Ndugu zangu, wote tunaitakia mema nchi hii, tumesikitishwa na kuhuzunishwa na matukio ya uvunjifu wa amani, upotevu wa maisha na uharibifu wa mali za umma na mali za watu binafsi kwenye baadhi ya maeneo hapa nchini, hasa kwenye majiji na miji. Kilichotokea hakiendani na taswira na sifa za Kitanzania na sio Utanzania. Haikutushangaza kuona kuwa baadhi ya vijana waliokamatwa kutokana na kadhia hiyo wametoka nje ya Tanzania. Vyombo vyetu vya ulinzi na usalama vinaendelea kufuatilia na kuchunguza kwa undani zaidi kilichotokea na kuirudisha nchi katika hali tuliyoizoea kwa haraka. Kamati ya ulinzi ya kitaifa na kamati za ulinzi za mikoa na wilaya, na wataka muhakikishe kuanzia leo maisha ya wananchi yanarejea mara moja. Yale yaliyofanywa maeneo hasa kwenye miji ya Dar es Salaam, Arusha, Mwanza na Mbeya na Songwe, kwa vyovyote vile hayakuwa yakiungwa mkono, hayakuwa yakiungwana na ya kizalendo. Mzalendo hujenga nchi na sio kubomoa nchi iliyojengwa kwa nguvu na jasho la wananchi. Serikali inalaani na kukemea vikali matukio yale. Nalotaka kusema hapa ni kwamba kwenye suala la usalama wa nchi na taifa la Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania hakuna mbadala, bali ni kutumia mbinu zote za kiulinzi na kulibakisha taifa likiwa salama. Ni imani yangu kwamba mimi na wenzangu wote tulioshiriki uchaguzi na Watanzania walio wengi tumesikitishwa sana na vitendo hivi, kwani havijengi misingi thabiti ya demokrasia nchini. Niwatake tusikubaliane na vitendo hivi na kwa pamoja tusimame kulilinda taifa letu.
You know, This is why David was told that you cannot build a temple for me because your hands is full of blood. You've killed. Innocent people have been killed in Tanzania. Watu wamekufa Tanzania. Truth of the matter is kwamba watu wamefariki Tanzania. Watu wamefariki Tanzania. But then you come to realize that in as much as watu wamefariki Tanzania, the government of Tanzania doesn't even care. Like it doesn't give a shit of what has happened. They continue doing their things and then they start blaming other countries of what has happened in their own country, what they're the people that wanted, that have caused. So my advice to Kenya is this. The Kenyan government, this is what I have to say to the Kenyan government, that if anything happens to Kenyans in Tanzania, the blame lies squarely with the Kenyan officials who have chosen silent over this action. We have authority. The Tanzania is blaming Kenyans for the actions of what has happened in Tanzania, and our authority is silent. We have got the president who is silent. We have got the Minister of Foreign Affairs is silent. We have got the Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen is silent about this. I'm just mentioning about a few people who are supposed to be concerned on what is happening, why Kenyans are being blamed in a foreign country for what has happened in their own country. Simply because they know very well that we have people, we have leaders who cannot question what they're saying. Simply because they believe, simply because they know so well that in our country we have people, we have leaders who cannot ask questions. That is why they keep on blaming, that's why they blame Kenyans. So if anything happens to Kenyans in Tanzania, the blame will lie squarely with Kenyan officials and Samia Suluhu Hassan, because Samia Suluhu Hassan, you can't tell me that Samia Suluhu Hassan can use Kenyans as water to wash the blood of her hands. No. Her government has already hinted that Kenyans are fueling the unrest, shifting blame to outsiders instead of facing the truth. If Nairobi continues to stay quiet, it will share the blame for whatever happens to Kenyans in Tanzania. The Kenyan embassy in Dodoma should immediately caution citizens, advise against non-essential travel and log every Kenyan trade and worker for their own safety. Protecting lives must come before diplomacy. We must be ready to defend our brothers even if it means occupying Tanzanian's embassy in Kenya. That is a statement that has come from one of the Kenyan citizens trying to talk about the happening in Tanzania. Actually, is the person that has made me do this video. The Kenyan authority is silent. The embassy is silent. You know, you can't use another country to try and cover up for your wrong deeds. What is happening in East Africa? Let me ask that. Why is it that the leaders of East Africa are silent? Why can they blame Uganda? Why is it they're only blaming Kenya? Kwa nini wana blame? Why is it? Is it that Kenya ndo tuko na vierehere ama ni nini? I'm failing to understand. I'm failing. Kithure Kindiki, wewe wakati ambapo ulienda for swearing in ya huyu Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan, this is your girlfriend, because exactly that is what is happening right now. She looks like she's a girlfriend of East African leaders. I also saw Cherel Gay saying that Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan should now form a broad-based government. You know, these guys are so much possessed with the issue of the broad-based government, and that is why they feel like in every country, chochote kikifanyika, they need broad-based government supposed to be everywhere. For what? Kichwa ni kubwa, iko na kipara, iko na kihara, so the only thing that you guys think is to form a broad-based government. It's so much shameful. Very shameful. Very, very shameful that our Kenyan government is so much silent, yet our people that are living in Tanzania, who are doing their businesses, who are looking for daily bread in Tanzania, cannot even cause mayhem and chaos, are now being blamed. And the possible thing that is going to happen next is those people are going to be arrested. And once they are arrested, they are going to be accused of genocide. And once they are accused of genocide, I don't think if it will be very easy to defend those people. Our Kenyan government is silent. Our president ametoka ameenda nchi za nje. He's not even concerned about what is happening with his people in Tanzania. And then wanataka kutuambia, oh, there is a good relationship between Kenya and Tanzania. Which good relationship? Kama kina Bobby Wine walienda hapa, kina Bobby Njagi walienda hapa Uganda, they are still nowhere to be found. The Kenyan government, hakuna kitu ambacho Kenyan government inafanya. Yet Murkomen alitoka hapa kaenda kakampenia Museveni hapa Uganda, and he came back. The same time, Bobby Njagi went to witness Bobby Wine receiving the certificate of campaign. Yeye alirudi. Na wengine wakabaki na wajapatikana mpaka leo. And then you want to tell us that our countries we are a democratic. Which democratic countries? Can we stop this issue? Can we stop these issues of sugarcoating things? Let us say things as they are. Things are not right in East Africa. East African leaders have decided to be dictators of all time. We can't keep on being silent, yet things are happening, things that ought not to happen to our fellow Kenyans, to our citizens. You are a leader. What are you supposed to do to make sure that things work the way they're supposed to work? You are a leader of Kenya, yes. Kenyans are being blamed for things that they have not done. Yes, we know that Kenyans sometimes can be tough. Kenyans can be difficult to govern. But does that one mean that Kenyans are supposed to be blamed for things that they did not do, simply because they wanted to go to Tanzania when they were in Isibani and Namanga, and then some of them were shot dead? They came back. Are we supposed to do that? Kenyan government, come on. These are call for you to come and stand for your. If you really love this country, this is what I have to say. If you really love this country, people like Musalia Mudavadi, if you really love this country and you love your people, it is high time you come out clearly and stand for your people. After all, guys, that's just my talk, and that is all for now. Let me also know what you think at the comment section. And until we meet again, I have been your host, BOMBSHELL. Bingo.